So on this one will be 7 noble person. Then there will be something about different types of knowledge as mentioned previously. Then insight leading to emergence. They were talking about different types of knowledge and what is insight leading to emergence. And then there's something about difference in noble path factors with some Abhidhamma points. And also the process of enlightenment mentioned. I also put some about from the comprehensive manual of Abhidhamma, enlightenment process. So this chapter actually is many things. I would say rather about 5 things in one. It take me about 2 days to go through. I read few hours, I stop it because it's too profound also. Okay. All right, so I will start with the first one. 7 kinds of noble person. It was said above, it becomes a condition for classification of the noble person into 7 kinds. Herein, there are firstly 7 kinds of noble person. The faith devotee. Okay, so I think you all as well write down the Pali because the translation of English actually not easy to understand. So it's better you all remember the Pali as well because especially when you listen to the Dhamma talk by many venerable, sometimes they skip the English, they just say the exact Pali. So faith devotee is called Sada Anusari. It's two words, Sada plus Anusari. Sada is confidence. Anusari means follower. So here translate as devotee or somebody who devote to the faith. Now, Sada Vimutto is the number 2. You can write number 2 here, or if you want, you can write the 1 here. 2 will be Sada Vimuttu. Sada is faith, Vimuttu is liberated. One is liberated by faith. It means that through the faith, one is liberated. Now, the third one is Kaya Saki. It's direct translation from Pali words, Kaya Saki. 4th one is Ubato. Ubato means both. Baga is potion or translate here path. Liberated Vimuttu. So number 5 is also another Anusari. Is called Dhamma devotee. Anusari. Now number 6 is a Dikti Pato. Dikti is, Dikti is right view, but here translate is a vision. Pato is a past participle of Papunate, one attain to vision. Number 7 is uh one is liberated by understanding. So Panya Vimuto. So Imetawa Sattha, 7 Arya Pugola. So 7 noble persons are classified into these 7 ways. Okay. And it becomes a condition for classification nobles into 7 ones. All right. Okay. Okay. So now the below will explain how you get one of these. Basically, the idea is when you contemplate about anicca, dukkha, anatta. So either if your anicca is strong, so you will go by the way of anicca. If you classify, if you see dukkha, suffering or painful, then you go by another way. If you go by anatta is another way. So paragraph 75 onward is trying to explain about this. It's actually quite interesting. So yeah. Chai Hun, you can start.
When a man brings formations to mind as impermanent and having great resolution, acquires the faith faculty, he becomes a faith devotee at the moment of the stream entry path. And in the other 7 instances that is in the 3 higher paths and the 4 frictions, he becomes second, one liberated by faith. The Buddhist dictionary translated as faith devoted, Sada Nusari. When a man brings them to mind as painful and having great tranquility acquires the faculty of concentration, he is called a body witness in all 8 instances. His core both ways liberated when he has reached a higher friction, after also reaching the immaterial jhanas. When the man brings them to mind as not self, and having great wisdom acquires the faculty of understanding, he becomes a Dharma devotee at the moment of the stream entry path. In the next 6 instances, he becomes one attained to vision, and in case of the highest friction, he becomes one liberated by understanding.
Okay. Do you think that you see this before? Those impermanence means having great resolution in the previous document. Do you remember this, Chaihun?
Uh, I'm not very
Forget already.
sure.
One in, one out. But actually, in the past document, it mentioned that one has impermanence means having great resolution. One have tranquility means, one have painful means having great tranquility. So this is actually linked with the previous paragraph. Okay. Yeah. So I hope some of you still remember. Thomas, do you still remember about this in the previous paragraph? Yes, right?
Yes, now that you tell, I remember for sure.
Okay. All right. So anyway, it's like we having three channel, right? Like last week we talking about gateway to Nibbana. Like how you go inside the Nibbana by three ways. So let me open the previous document. So this eight. Okay. It is I think you all remember this document, right? It's like gateway. When you are painful by sinus. So this document talking about this. When you see painful, it's desire. You see impermanent is sinus. When you see non-self, is void. It's like through the gateway here. So this document is also talking about the same thing, right? Now, first means there are three ways. So sometimes when we say the highest of vipassana, no matter you are on the arising passing way, then you or the destruction, then on the fearfulness of terror, danger, everything you should see is either impermanence, suffering, or non-self. So either these three way. So now, let's say out of these three, impermanent, suffering, non-self. So when you going to attain enlightenment, so at that time you see things as impermanence. Means that you see the namarupa as impermanent. That means that you're having great resolution. So previous documents say resolution means because most of the time we want to see things as permanent. So here somebody has to great resolution, seeing everything as impermanent. So must resolve the mind to see the truth. Okay? Because people prefer to see permanence. So to see impermanent, you have to resolve the mind strongly to see everything as real. That's a anicca. That's why you have faith. Means you have faith. You really believe in the Buddha's teaching. So now we have how many ways? Remember, the first way is at the enlightenment time. Now, totally how many enlightenment? There are eight, 7 way, 8 way, right? So you have 8 enlightenment stage. In a way, we call it 4 magga, 4 phala, okay? 4 phala. So that's why in the Tipitaka chanting, we say what? 4 types of men, 4 types of men, and then the 8 stages. So now the first is stream entry path. So this is the first one. After stream entry path, then in between there are 7. So the last one, here is only say the 7, okay? Yeah, okay. So just for review for those. Now you have stream entry path. After this path happen, then straight away followed by stream entry fruition. Then after that, you will have once returner path, and then once returner fruition. Okay. Then non-returner anagami. So that's why we say 4 magga. 4 magga means 4 path and fruition. Then finally will be Arahant path and Arahant fruition. So at the moment of stream entry path, this is the one. This is the first time somebody see enlightenment, see the Nibbana. So this is called at the moment stream entry path. And other seven means the rest. Okay, the rest. That is the three higher path, means that one's returner, non-returner, Arahant. Three higher path and four fruition, stream entry fruition, one's return fruition, non-return fruition, Arahant fruition. Okay. So at that point, he is called one is liberated by faith. But at the first one, stream entry path, he is called faith devotee, Sada Nusari. Then the rest is called Sada Vimuto. Okay, so you can see the number here. The first one is Sada Nusari. The second one is called Sada Vimuto. So I put 1 and 2 here. Okay. So it's just talking about enlightenment time and different enlightenment. And since it's somebody is going to see the Nibbana by impermanence, so that's a different name. So later the question will be, there's a discussion question is, what kind of noble person you wish to be? Okay. One of the discussion question later, or maybe next week. So out of these 7, which one do you want to be? Of course, I mean, imagine that you can control the way you see the Nibbana, but it's not easy. All right. Now, why somebody see Nibbana as impermanence? Because it's like the mind is inclined to see Nibbana, right? Means maybe you're not the listening, or then you see arising, passing away, or maybe you're not as the feeling, your emotion, you only see impermanence, impermanence. So your mind is having great faith. That's the meaning here. Means that you resolve not to see permanence, but you believe in Buddha teaching. So you have great faith. So there's a 2-1. One is called normal. First one, faith, devotee. Second one is one's liberated by faith. So Sada Nusari and Sada Vimutu. So these 2. Okay. So I think you all understand. So this is first instant and 7. Okay, 7 means stream entry fruition and other higher path and fruition. Okay, now, so second one. Okay, Thomas, you can read these 2.
When a man brings them to mind as painful and having great tranquility acquires the faculty of concentration, he is called a body witness in all 8 instances. He is called both ways liberated when he has reached the highest fruition after also reaching the immaterial jhanas. When a man brings them to mind as not self and having great wisdom, acquires the faculty of understanding, he becomes a Dhamma devotee at the moment of the stream entry path. In the next 6 instances, he becomes one attained to vision, and in the case of the highest fruition, he becomes one liberated by understanding.
Okay, now do you understand? Roughly.
I hope so.
Okay,
Yes, I
okay.
think I understand.
Okay, can you explain? Yes.
Yeah, this the first one talking about the second type when the meditator is focusing on dukkha in his meditation, he develops the faculty of concentration. He then becomes the type of a body witness in 8 instances. 8 instances is all 8 kinds of Maggaphala, from street entry to Arahant fruition. And this happens after also reaching the immaterial jhanas. He needs to go through the immaterial jhanas to be called, to attain that stage. And if the meditator is contemplating on anatta, he attains knowledge, wisdom, and then he becomes a Dhammanusati. In the next 6 instances, this is talking from the anagami upwards. And in the highest fruition, is talking about the eighth stage, the Arahant fruition.
Okay, so this is easy, right? Yeah, this part is easy.
Yes, but I have a question, Sachi.
Yeah,
In the books that I have read, it is written, and also in some sutta, I think, that the Anusari is a stage before the Sotapanna. And here it is said that it's the same.
Yeah, it's a different definition. Here is definition for noble person. Okay, so this Anusari is definition for noble person. But your Anusari maybe is another definition. Okay, different definition because the Dhamma
I think
is very
in
wide. Yeah.
in Abhidhamma, it's teach different.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
You have to go and check the Abhidhamma, but I think should be quite same. Maybe you can check again. All right. Okay. Now, for
I will.
this. Okay. Thank you. All right. Now, when you see things as painful, now this is the thing you haven't explained. Why is it seeing things painful means having great tranquility? Have you think about that?
No.
No, okay. Okay, so we can take it if somebody see things painful and they be able to bear the pain. Because to be enlightened is not easy process, right? You need to practice a lot. So if you see things only painful, if you give up easily, so means you will not have great tranquility. But if you persevere on sitting, on samatha practice or whatever, so then with great tranquility, somebody can attain enlightenment. So we can take it in this way. All right. Okay, now 8 instances means Magaphala. All right. Now only this one is special. So this one is only for the highest fruition. That means the Arahant fruition is called both way liberated on Arahant's fruition. That's one condition. Another condition is they need to practice all the way for immaterial jhana, arupa jhana. So this is quite tough. Okay. Is beside the Arahant fruition also need to have arupa jhana. So it's a require more. Beside vipassana, they also vipassana the highest that is Arahant fruition, and also samatha the highest is immaterial jhana. So 2 in 1. Okay, I think this is 5, 6, 7 is like you explain and not so difficult. So called Dhamma devotee at the first stream entry. So I'll just show you. So this is called Dhamma devotee stream entry. So in the next means in between the stream entry path and before the Arahant fruition. So this 6 is called one attain to vision. And then the last one is called Arahant fruition. One is liberated by understanding. So all these are just some definition. Okay. All right. Now there are some explanation on according to Patisambhidamagga. So remember, Patisambhidamagga is sometimes Visuddhimagga actually quote a lot from Patisambhidamagga. Okay, 76 is we just read it. It gives an explanation. Brother Lim, yes. Brother Lim, are you here?
You're asking me? Yeah.
Yes. Okay. 76.
Okay.
Yes.
This is said when he brings formation to mind as impermanent, the faith faculty is in excess in him. With the faith faculty in excess, he acquires the stream entry path. Hence, he is called a faith devotee. Likewise, when he brings formation to mind as impermanent, the faith faculty is in excess in him. With the faith faculty in excess, the fruition of stream entry is realized. Hence, he is called one liberated by faith. It is said further, at the moment of the first path, he has been liberated by having faith. Sadahanto Vimuto. Thus, he is one liberated by faith. He has realized Nibbana by experiencing. Thus, he is a body witness. He has attained Nibbana by vision. Thus, he is one attained to vision. At the moment of the three remaining paths, at the moment of the three remaining paths, he is liberated by faith. Sadahanto vimuchati. Thus, he is one liberated by faith. He first experiences the experience of the jhana and afterwards realizes cessation, nibbana. Thus, he is a body witness. It is known, seen, recognized, realized, and experienced with understanding that formation are painful and cessation is bliss. Thus, he is one attained to vision. Some more.
Yeah.
As to the remaining four, however, the word meaning should be understood thus. He follows Anusarati faith. Thus, he is a faith devotee, Sadanusari. Or he follows, he goes by means of faith. Thus, he is a faith devotee. Likewise, he follows the Dhamma called understanding, or he follows by means of the Dhamma. Thus, he is a Dhamma devotee. He is liberated in both ways, by immaterial jhana and the noble path. Thus, he is both ways liberated. Understanding, he is liberated. Thus, he is one liberated by understanding.
Okay, thank you. I hope
Okay,
it's thank you. I hope it's same with the above. All right. So this is some explanation from Visuddhimagga. Little bit same, I think little bit not same here because it's talking about liberated by both way, by immaterial jhana. Here is talking about noble path. But earlier on it's talking about the Arahata Magga. Earlier on is talking about by the both liberated. Okay. Here is talking both liberated is higher fruition and immaterial jhana. But here is talking about immaterial jhana and noble path. So it seems to be some difference in their explanation. All right. Okay. I think they are both a little bit different. But anyway, just take it that it's only by three ways. By the impermanence, by suffering, and by non-self. So somebody become one of the seven noble person. All right. Okay. So Anusari means he follow, he goes. Okay, that is the meaning of Anusari. He follow, he goes, or by means of faith. And he attained by Sada, so that's why I call Sada Anusari. Some also like by means of Dhamma. So by means of Dhamma here is always referred to non-self, because to see non-self is not easy. If somebody having faith, they must believe in what Buddha say anicca. But to understand the non-self means you have to have more highest, more great wisdom. Okay, anyway, so we just leave it because I think all these are just definition. Now, this is a recap of different types of knowledge. Some we already see before. Okay. We see some of the knowledge before. That knowledge of equanimity we see already. That's the highest one. Before that will be the knowledge of difference of knowledge. So they also call knowledge of reflection. So, all right, the knowledge of equanimity about formation is the same in meaning as the two kinds preceded it. So there are two knowledges before the equanimity of formation. So that's why it's on one only had three names. At outset, it has the name of knowledge of desire for deliverance. In the middle, it has the knowledge, it has the name, knowledge of reflection. At the end, when it reaches its culmination, it is called knowledge of equanimity of about formations. So it will explain later. Okay. What is the understanding of knowledge of desire for deliverance, reflection, and composition of knowledge of the kinds of equanimity about formations? All right, so it's talking about, I think we can see. Okay, let's go for this one first. Now, there are some definition. Okay, the first one is this one. Okay, now this is kind of like, it go back to the previous lesson about different types of knowledge. So we review the previous knowledge first. So this is the one we call desire for deliverance. Sister Yo, you can read this one first.
Okay. 81. Herein, the compound Manjitu Kamyata Patisankha Santithana, consisting in desire for deliverance, in reflection, and in composure, should be resolved into Munchitu Kamyata Cha Sa Patisankha Cha Santithana Cha. So, in the first stage, it is desire to give up, the desire to be delivered from arising, and etc. In one who has become dispassionate by knowledge of this passion, that is desire for deliverance. It is reflection in the middle stage for the purpose of finding a means to deliverance, that is reflection. It is equanimous on looking in the end stage on being delivered, that is composure. It is said with reference to this, arising is formations. He looks with equanimity on those formations. Thus, it is equanimity about formations. Visuddhimagga-Section, and so on. So this is only one kind of knowledge.
Okay, do you think you understand this?
I don't understand, Sayagyi.
Okay, right. Okay, so we have first one, there is the deliverance, want to deliverance from the sankhara. So if somebody like, it's actually reflection of the earlier knowledge. So if you want to deliver from sankhara, you need to reflect again, reflection. Okay. So santithana, it does not say anything about santithana. So before this one, we have another knowledge. So there's a knowledge of dispassion. Not interested already. So when not interested here is also explained as you want to deliver from the sankhara, from the formations. Then after that, of course, you need to reflect your nama rupa again. Okay. Now, after that, you will have the equanimity. Equanimity here is called this santithana, composure. Right. So that's why it's important to remember the Pali. If not, all the English have different translation. So equanimity of formation is the composure. Okay, now equal patisambhita again. So this is only one kind of knowledge. Okay, now it say like this. So according to the text here, you have different type of knowledge, but they are same in meaning. So the desire for deliverance, contemplation of reflection, and equanimity about formation. So in the 16 types of knowledges, so these are 3 different knowledges, but their meaning are same. It's only letters, means wording are different. Okay. Now after that, now here is talking about when somebody going to reach enlightenment, the process here. So that's why it's called insight leading to emergence, right? Okay. It's also another text here. Somebody read. Okay, Vera.
Good evening, Saiji.
Okay.
Insight leading to emergence. Now, when this clansman has reached equanimity about formation, thus, his insight has reached its culmination and leads to emergence. Insight that has reached culmination or insight leading to emergence are names for the three kinds of knowledge beginning with equanimity about formations. That is, equanimity about formation, conformity, and change of lineage. It has reached its culmination because it has reached the culminating final stage. It is called leading to emergence because it goes towards emergence. The path is called emergence because it emerges externally from the objective basis interpreted as a sign, and also internally from occurrence of defilement. It goes to that, thus it leads to emergence. The meaning is that it joins with the path.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Saji.
Okay, so here, okay, now it's talking about different types of knowledges. Okay, so previous document is, so it's like one knowledge lead to another knowledge. So we have to see the, I think you look at the previous document where we talk about different types of knowledge. Where are we now? Okay, I think on the document number, the earlier one, is it? Yeah. Okay. So this is the first document. Okay, now previously we already mentioned after you see arising, passing away, you see things dissolve, then there's a fear, danger, disgust. Now we are talking about today, we are talking about this again. Somebody want to deliver, then they need to observe again. Then after that, their mind become equanimity. Now this is the one we are talking about. Insight leading to emergence. Some here calculate as one knowledge, okay? But some people say it's actually, like just now the document say, okay. So insight leading to emergence are the names of three kinds of knowledge beginning with equanimity, conformity, and change of lineage. This means that this one, okay. So this might not be a knowledge itself. It might be just the name. Okay. The name for, how is it? Okay, where? Let me try. The name for this equanimity, conformity, change of lineage, right? So equanimity, this one. So change of lineage. We don't have change of lineage. Anuloma got trouble. Change of lineage. Should be this one, got trouble. Okay. Yeah. Conformity. Yeah. Okay. So I copy here. Okay. Okay. So in this way, okay. So this is a name, all right? Sometimes we call it a name. So it's for this 11. Sometimes anuloma is called conformity. Change of lineage is called got trouble. Got trouble is called change of lineage. All right? So this maybe we don't take as 12 anymore. So anyway, it's a name for this series. So 11, maybe we just put the number again, 12 and 13. Okay, so 3 in 1 here. So Sankarupika Jnana, Anuloma, and Gotrapu are called Uttana Gamini Vipassana. So this one. Right. Okay, because this one will allow somebody coming up from the sign. Okay, now we see the word sign before. So we take a sign of formation. And also beside this one, also emerging from the defilements, emerging for the signs of formation. So after that, it will emerge it and means that it go to the path. All right. So that's the meaning of here. Anyway, just try to say this insight leading to emergence is all the way towards the path and fruition. So it's kind of like a bridge, right? Bridge between the previous kind of knowledge all the way to the new path and fruition knowledge. Okay, now this part is quite easy to understand. So in the book, there are 12 simile. So I only put the 2 simile here. So 100 and 101. Okay, next person, Cindy. Cindy Yo, yes.
Okay, it will be 100, right?
Okay,
Okay.
100 and 101, yes.
Okay, thanks, Sajari.
Okay.
Simile number 6, the child. A woman was very fond of a son, it seems. While sitting on an upper floor, she heard the sound of a child in the street. Wondering, is someone hurting my child? She hurried down. Mistaking the child for her own son, he picked up someone else's son. Then she recognized that it was someone else's son, and she was ashamed and looked about her. She thought, let no one say I'm a baby thief. And she put the child down there and then she quickly returned to the upper floor and sat down. Herein, taking the 5 aggregates as I and mine is like the woman's mistaking someone else's child for her own. The recognition that this is not I, not mine, my means of the 3 characteristics is like her, recognizing it as someone else's child. Knowledge of desire for deliverance is like her, looking about her. Conformity knowledge is like her, putting the child down there, and then change of lineage is like the time when she stood in the street after putting the child down. The path is like her return to the upper floor. Fruition is like her sitting down after returning.
Okay, you can read the 108.
Simile number 12, just as a man sick with poison longs for an antidote, so too this meditator sick with the poison of defilement longs for Nibbana, the deathless medicine that destroys the poison of defilement.
Okay, thank you.
1092.
Okay, no need.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. So
Thank you,
this is talking about different types of knowledge. You have the mind, the knowledge that want to deliver from the formation. Then you have conformity. Then change your knowledge. All right. So you see different types of knowledge before. Okay. So normally after the highest one will get before enlightenment is this one, Sankaripekanyana. Right. So this is the one mentioned here. So just a brief things. Okay. So after Sankaripekanyana, then there will be a knowledge that adapt or conform to the new state, because after that there will be another one we call it change your lineage. Got trouble. Change your lineage because it will be changing from the worldling to the super mundane. So this means that somebody will overcome their worldling lineage to become a noble person. Okay. So after that, the go trouble will be the last one. After that, there will be the path and fruition. So Maggaphala. So Maggaphala is considered as enlightenment. So if you calculate, you will be under. There's a lot of different numbers here. Okay. So if we are going to count again, so we might need to recount all the number 13 to 14 and some on. Okay. But anyway, so because different texts, they give different numbers. Some of the texts, they start with the number 1 here. When you see the mind matter, then after that you got the conditionality, then you see the comprehension and so on. But some of the texts, they give the numbers start from this number 5. inside the text, number 5 is become number 1 because they say this at this point, this is the real vipassana knowledge. So anyway, I think it's better you don't focus so much on numbers, just go for the facts here. So the highest one, like I mentioned, somebody can become, can get vipassana knowledge before enlightenment is this one. Right, from this one, like just now the earlier part, like somebody sent a bird on the sea. So if the bird find the land, it will go there. If the bird didn't find the land, it will fly back. So like when we didn't get the nibbana, then the mind will come back to the sankaripaganyana. So we should maintain our knowledge at this stage and try to make it more matured until we can cross over to the path and fruition towards using all these types of knowledge, anuloma, gotrabha, and so on. So just now it's trying to say, all these are similarly try to tell you how crossover to the path and fruition. So you got the deliverance, the conformity, they got change of lineage here. Okay. Okay, I think we can go for this page here where you see in your book, the printout. It's a different process in the Abhidhamma book in a few next chapter, new pages. I think this will be much more interesting for you to understand. So what is the path and fruition knowledge in Abhidhamma? Okay, so there will be one bhavanga, B is bhavanga, right? Then there will be one V is it didn't put here. All right, so where's the Abhidhamma book? Okay. Okay, there will be one vibrating bhavanga. Okay, so V will be vibrating bhavanga. Then we're arresting bhavanga. Okay, A will be arresting. Then there will be M will be mind-do adverting. So now you will see before enlightenment, there's a path and fruition. P is a path, F is fruition, all right? So you will have all these one access, one conformity. So just now we are talking about access. So after this bhavanga, all right. Then you got the mind-do, then preparation. So there is parikama. Then there will be access, upachara. So just now we are talking about conformity will be this anuloma. Then there will be change of lineage, gotrabhu. All right. So actually gotrabhu and this anuloma knowledge, the one you see in any of the vipassana. So this gotrabhu and anuloma, actually it happens only in thought process. Okay, so these two happen in thought process only. So this means that these two happen in VT process. Only in VT process is very 1 second on my or one thought moment. Okay, so one thought moment it arise and disappear. Anuloma gotrabhu, right? So you see anuloma gotrabhu in the thought process happen very fast. After anuloma, conformity, and then there's a CH, change of lineage. Then after that, you got the path and fruition. So enlightenment is very, very fast with all the, we call it jnana. So anuloma jnana and gotrabhu jnana actually is happen as a one thought moment or chitakana. Okay, so this is how somebody get enlightenment, and you can only find this explanation in the Abhidhamma book. Okay. Yeah, so you can refer to the Abhidhamma book, Comparison Manual, chapter 4, Cognitive Process, and chapter 9, we talk about 7 Visuddhi also. So, I mean, if you want to learn detail, you have to go back to Abhidhamma, read the 2 chapters. Okay. So it's a lots of information there. So anyway, so I just want to highlight when we say Anuloma Jnana and Gotrabhu Jnana, these two are inner witty process, thought process. You cannot find like Sankalupekanyana you can find when you try to practice meditation by yourself. And if your mind is mature enough, you will be able to reach equanimity to all formations in the when you see everything arise, pass away, you let go. So this is the highest whirling knowledge. Okay. So if somebody managed to get Anuloma got trouble, because this happened in the VT process, thought process, that means that after you get this Anuloma got trouble, you definitely will get path and fruition knowledge. Because Magga and Pala, Anuloma got trouble, all these are happen in the same thought process. Okay. It's actually one of the VT process. It just you need to make sure your Sankaripekanyana as much as possible, then you can cross over to the this enlightenment stage. Okay, that's what I'm trying to say. All right. So anyway, we still need to go back to earlier pages. Okay. So you see all these conformity, anuloma, change of lineage is got trouble. All right. So it start to mention about all this already. And just now talk about 12 similes. So you can find, I only put 6 and 7. All right. Okay. Now we have some text here. Some of the text is actually coming from the Tipitaka. Right? Sometimes when you see this kind of text is very deep, I would say very deep, because it's cover about all the way about how you practice all the way towards enlightenment. Right? Even though it look very simple, but it has some Abhidhamma point, like 3 kinds of becoming, 4 kinds of generation, 5 kinds of destiny, 7 stations of consciousness, 9 abodes of beings, right? So when he knows and see, that means that he see everything as impermanent suffering mindset. His mind retracts, recoils, means that the mind is no longer interested in any of the becoming, future generation or destiny, even not interested in consciousness or 9 abodes of beings. His heart, his mind. Normally we say the heart means the mind. No longer goes to them, just as the water drops retracts, and recoil on the lotus leaf that slopes a little. This means that the lotus leaf, the water will not stay there, or it will just run away from the lotus leaf. So all of which should be given in a way already stated. Okay. So then the this is should be Sutta Nipata. He is called one who walks a roof with a reference to whom is said, when a bhikkhu keeps apart and cultivates seclusion of mind, it will befit him, as they say, to sell himself no longer in this becoming. All right, so that's the meaning of one who walks apart. Okay, I think today is quite deep. Okay, we rest for 5 minutes, then we continue. I don't want to finish all because it's a very profound topic.